Hi class, I am Marisol, and I'm here with my group Jordan, Peter, and Carly to discuss the common reasonings for attending college. We have interviewed friends and families and asked the basic question: what was your reasoning for attending college? Before taking on this project and doing the interviews, we all had the same perspective about college. We had never questioned our attendance and basically assumed it was expected out of us. We never had a conversation with our parents about going or applying. We just did it. As we have progressed through the semester, we have agreed that both the readings of Menand and Whitehead have allowed us to recognize our own unique purposes for attending college.
Within Menand's first job as a professor at an Ivy League university, he came up with 3 theories of education. The first theory says that college is essentially a test of intelligence, a way to sort out intelligent members from the less intelligent ones. The second theory, college is for members of society to pursue a career without acquiring knowledge and skills for life outside of their career choice. The third theory, going to college is for a degree that shows what you have learned and what is needed for your career choice.
The interview that related most closely with Menand's theories for me was the interview with my mother. Compared to the first educational theory of Menand, my mom's original reasoning for attending college was because she knew that her parents expected her to receive a college degree. One thing that stood out to me when talking to my mom is when she said, "I went into college undeclared with no idea what I wanted to do. All that I knew was that my parents expected me to go receive a higher education." I was very surprised after my interview with my mom because she has achieved such a successful adulthood, and I never had any idea that she was educationally lost for such a long time. I think that it is important for students to recognize if they feel like they are included with those who fit into the category of Theory 2, because I think that everyone should wait on going to college unless they are confident in the reasons for going. Education is only worth it when the student is truly interested in the information that is being taught to them. A quote that I found in relation to what my mom said about her parents states that students with college-educated parents are more likely to graduate. Students without a parent who attended college would not have a parent with first-hand experience to guide them through college. Like most confused teenagers, my mom never had the opportunity to question the future of her education because it was just expected that she went to college.
2 people I chose to interview were my stepmom and my stepdad. I asked them both the same questions, and their answers were almost the same, except for their purpose of attending college. My stepmom said her purpose of going to college was to find a purpose within a career, which relates to Menand's second theory of education, as she went to seek out the skills she needed for her career. However, my dad didn't really fall into any of the theories. He said, "I went to college to become educated and not fall behind in the real world, and to acquire all the skills I need in order to do so." His reasoning for attending college didn't really fall into any of the theories, as all he wanted from college was knowledge and skills for him to be able to succeed in life.
The second story we connected to was Whitehead. Whitehead was an English-born author who preached the importance of 3 main stages of education. The first was the romance stage, the second was the precision stage, and the last was the generalization stage. Each stage served a purpose in the process of learning. The romance stage is all about finding a love and connection to a certain subject. It begins with passion and it sparks the mind, leaving you wanting to learn more. That brings us to the next stage, which is precision. Precision is known to be the hardest stage. This is the sole stage of learning. It may not be the most fun, but it's a crucial step. Lastly, we have the generalization stage. At this point, the person has hopefully reached the level of being an effective and productive individual. You should be able to apply what you have learned without even thinking about it. It should come naturally to you, and you should be able to share it and teach others.
While interviewing with my mom, I realized that her response and reasoning for going through college closely related to the story of Whitehead and the 3 processes that he discusses. Whitehead explains that before starting anything, there has to be that aspect of romance. My mom knew that she wanted to go to college to get an education so that she can have a successful career. When she went through the second stage, the precision stage, she encouraged herself to push through because she had that romance behind it. She said, "That was my push to get me through, and every time I would think, oh, this is too hard or whatever, I would say, nope, you gotta finish, otherwise you're not going to end up where you want to be." While going through the stage of precision, my mom used her love and wants to proceed through the stages even if it felt as though she could not accomplish it. That's what Whitehead focused on mainly. He was trying to prove that the romance stage is what pushes people to keep going.
I chose to interview my high school English teacher, Miss Paskey. She was the first in her family to attend college, and she said, "I had nobody pushing me to go to college besides myself." As the interview went on, I was able to connect her experience in learning and literature to Whitehead's story. She went through all the same stages of learning that Whitehead did. She went through the romance stage with many different subjects, but specifically when she had her first high school English class. She felt a strong connection with the subject. After this class, she knew she wanted to learn more. This was her next stage, the precision stage. This mainly took place in her college classes. Lastly, she experiences the generalization stage when she knew she wanted to teach. She got her teaching credentials and began to work as a teacher. Looking back on her college experience, she said her purpose in college was to get an education that she could use and apply in a real-life setting. At the end of the interview, she closed with how grateful she was for her drive for and romance for the topic. The romance stage was keeping her going even through the hardest stages of precision. This was a huge connection point to Whitehead because he stressed the importance of the romance stage in order to make it through the other stages.
After analyzing our interviews in comparison with our class readings, we have come to the conclusion of what your mindset should be while receiving a secondary education. In relation to the story of Whitehead, we believe that people need to be open-minded to all areas of study and allow themselves to flourish in the romance phase of more than one subject. If one's purpose of college is narrow-minded and is unrelated to truly wanting to grow in their education, we believe that they should have the opportunity to take time and consider the fate of their educational path. Like Manand has taught us through his 3 theories, those who are most successful attend college with the main purpose of wanting to broaden their education. Many people attend college because they are heavily encouraged by their parents, or they believe that receiving a college degree is the only way that they can be successful. We believe that you must be fully invested in your desire to grow as a learner before you can fulfill the true purpose of college.